Okay, now that we've looked at the process ID number, not to be confused with the autonomous systems of EIGRP because they have the same range, completely different. That was or is the process ID number. That's the same range. Now we get into the areas. So the areas, we have to, in all our routers, have the same area. Again, at what line do we cross to have multiple areas? It's completely up to you. We wrote 50 routers per area. So we do this as we advertise our networks. So we do a network. Now the networks that we have, let me move this real quick, 10.1.1.4 and 192.168.1.0. Okay, so we go network 192.168.1.0. Now when we're advertising OSPF, we use what's called wildcard masking, which will be discussed later in detail. But this is what we need to use, which it looks like an inverse subnet mask, 0.0.0.255. And here comes your area. Area, question mark. Look at those areas. 4.2 billion something areas. That's a lot of areas, starting at 0. That's why 0 is very important because it is the backbone area. But, we are going to put 0. And what that means is that all routers that are in area 0 will automatically share their routing tables. Now, there is a process that they go through. Hey, are you in the same area? Hey, do you have the same hellos? Is authentication the same? Then they'll start sharing and exchanging what's called link state advertisements, because this is a link state routing protocol, no longer a distance vector. Because at no time in the previous routing protocols did we put a wildcard mask or a subnet mask or anything of the kind. Here we're being very specific of the networks that we're actually advertising, but the area is crucial. We all must be in the same area, whatever number is that you choose. But again, the recommendation, or really the requirement, is that you have area 0 as your first area because it's the backbone area. So let's go ahead and now do the next network. Network 10.1.1.4. Now this is using a CIDR of 30, so that's going to change. And again, don't be concerned how these numbers are coming up. We'll be discussing this later. But the area, again, 0. And that's it. That's as hard as it gets. All right. But the one thing that I want to point out is you can tell that the areas are the same. And again, the area, all it is that all routers are sharing the same routing table, and that area 0 is your backbone area. That will always be the very first area that you configure. So there you go. There are your areas.